Welcome to the 2025 University of Maryland Global Campus Veterans Day ceremony. Would you please rise for the national anthem performed by Melinda Rodriguez?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Please welcome our Master of Ceremonies, United States Air Force veteran and UMGC Assistant Vice President for Veterans Programs, Xavier Bruce.
Hello, and welcome to the 2025 University of Maryland Global Campus Veterans Day ceremony. Greetings to our distinguished guests, students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends here in Adelphi, Maryland, and joining us around the world. Our music today is provided by Prelude Brass Quintet under the direction of Dave Detweiler. These musicians are current or former members of military bands, and we are so pleased to have them today. I extend a heartfelt welcome to all veterans, active duty service members, and the cherished family members and friends who stand with us today. This Veterans Day, we pay tribute to the brave men and women who have served across the globe, honoring their unwavering commitment and the sacrifices they have made in the name of freedom. We also celebrate those who continue to serve their communities, embodying the values of resilience and leadership that strengthen the very fabric of our nation. Equally, we recognize the family members, volunteers, and organizations whose steadfast support uplifts the military community, reminding us all that service is a shared endeavor. It is my pleasure to introduce several special guests joining us in the ballroom, including Greg Wims, delegate in the Maryland General Assembly, Luke Tudball, Community Relations Director for Heather Bagnall, delegate in the Maryland General Assembly, and today's keynote speaker, retired U.S. Air Force Colonel, Vice President for Defense, AFCEA, Michael B. Black. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce someone whose leadership is helping shape the future of UMGC and the lives of learners around the world. Dr. Gregory W. Fowler, our 7th president, brings a clear vision and a deep commitment to transformation that is rooted in access, innovation, and the belief that education should meet people where they are. He has been leading our university through a period of bold change while remaining firmly committed to our public mission and the learners we serve. In the workforce and in the military, here in Maryland and around the world. Please join me in welcoming University of Maryland Global Campus President, Dr. Gregory W. Fowler.
Welcome to the 2025 University of Maryland Global Campus Veterans Day commemoration. Whether you are joining us here in Maryland or tuning in from around the world, we are honored to have you with us and grateful for the opportunity to celebrate our nation's veterans. As you may know, UMGC was founded in 1947 with a mission to serve adult learners in the workforce and the military who needed more than traditional higher education could offer. In 1949, when the Department of Defense asked universities to teach U.S. troops stationed in post-war Europe, only the University of Maryland answered the call and increased the reach of what soon became truly a global university. In 2025, for the first time in its history, UMGC served 100,000 students in a single year across more than 20 countries and territories. Our partnership with the U.S. military continues uninterrupted, and more than half of those 100,000 learners were military affiliated, including more than 15,000 veterans and some 38,000 active duty service members. Just last year, Military Times again recognized UMGC as a top institution in its Best for Vets rankings, first in the nation for online learning, first in Maryland, and first in the Mid-Atlantic region. These awards reflect the dedication of our faculty and our staff, many of whom are veterans themselves, and underscore the achievements of our alumni, whose resilience, leadership, and commitment to service inspire us all. Together, they stand as a testament to education's power to transform lives and the power to transform communities. That power is on full display in the legacy of Colonel John Jack Milton, a World War II veteran whose life exemplified service and lifelong learning. Jack passed away in May at the age of 101, but this legacy lives on. After a distinguished 31-year military career, including roles as a test pilot, Pentagon officer, and recipient of the Distinguished Flying Cross, Jack earned his UMGC degree while serving our nation. He later launched a successful second career at Merrill Lynch and continued to champion education through generous support, culminating in a recent gift from his estate that will fund scholarships for caregivers of wounded, injured, or ill service members through our Pillars of Strength scholarship program. His story reminds us that education is not only a pathway to opportunity, it is a way to give back and to shape the future for generations to come. So again, Veterans Day holds deep meaning for UMGC. It is a moment to honor those like Colonel Milton who have served our country with distinction, and to recognize the families and communities who support them. And finally, to reaffirm our mission to empower learners through education and through opportunity. To all who have worn the uniform and to those who continue to serve, I say thank you on behalf of all of us at UMGC. Your leadership strengthens our university, and your belief in the power of education helps us build a better future for us all. Thank you.
Thank you, President Fowler. This year marks several monumental milestones in our nation's history, each a testament to the enduring spirit of service, sacrifice, and resilience that defines the United States Armed Forces. This year, we celebrated the 250th birthdays of the U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, and the U.S. Marine Corps, all established in 1775, and the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. These anniversaries are not just dates on a calendar. They are powerful reminders of the shared history, values, and sacrifices that unite us as a nation. They call us to honor the past, celebrate the present, and commit to a future that upholds the ideals of service and freedom. Today's ceremony is a profound tribute to the men and women who have worn the uniform with honor, to those who have stood steadfastly beside them, and to the countless individuals and organizations who have dedicated themselves to supporting the military, veterans, and their families in their pursuit of education and opportunity. At this time, I invite all who have served in uniform, as well as the spouses and dependents of those who have served, to please rise at this time. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Your courage, unwavering commitment, and profound love for our country inspire us all and remind us of the true meaning of service and sacrifice. Each year, the Veterans Day National Committee curates a commemorative Veterans Day poster, a symbol of honor and remembrance. Chosen from artwork submitted by talented artists, this poster is distributed to Veterans Affairs facilities nationwide and military installations around the globe. This year's poster, revealing the theme, Service to Our Nation, and entitled Unified by Service, is by Jeremy D. Carpenter, an Army veteran living in Lowell, Arkansas. At the University of Maryland Global Campus, we are proud to uphold a legacy spanning more than 75 years, a legacy rooted in providing exceptional post-secondary education to veterans, active duty service members, and their families. Serving those who serve has been and always will be at the very core of who we are. Now, let's take a closer look at the incredible ways military service has shaped the lives, values, and achievements of our university students, faculty, and staff.
I remember when I was younger, the first thing that I ever heard about my grandmother was that she was, at one point, the highest ranking woman on Guam. She was a huge inspiration to me.
Being an African American was very challenging for my father and mother and their siblings at that time. Segregation, but the military was the first and one of the major opportunities for them. They inspired me, each of them, by their actions.
I'm motivated to serve the military because I came from a military family. I just find it really rewarding to work with our military population. That's what drives me every day.
There are more than 6,000 people now working for University of Maryland Global Campus around the world. Many are inspired by their family ties with the military.
I just love the fact that, during the day I can serve a military population, assist people who have moved here and aren't familiar with college opportunities overseas.
Jackie Brunson's dad, Jim, was a fighter pilot and awarded a Silver Star. After the military, he took on many jobs, including troop leader for his daughter. This shaped Jackie's work ethic for the past 30 years at UMGC.
One thing that was key to him was if you did something, if you were working on something, do it right, do it to the best of your abilities. And whether that was, in his career or selling Girl Scout cookies, he put that same level of energy into it and taught me that as well. He was very fair and caring, and I try to practice that in my everyday life.
One of the things that I was left with when leaving the military is that it's like a fraternity. you realize as a service member that you gave and you must continuously give. So I always feel that need to give back.
Ray Tarpley had 6 uncles that joined the military. They helped inspire his naval enlistment.
One of the primary things that the military, I think, that impacted them, they really felt that put the icing on the cake for them as Americans.
One uncle in particular, Robert, served for 24 years, reaching the rank of Staff Sergeant.
What inspired me about my Uncle Robert from the military was, even though there were challenges for him in the military, this made him a better person. So I'm not only working for a university, but I'm working for a university that has a focus on giving back to service members.
Looking back on her career, her proudest shining moment, I guess, was her being able to say that she paved the way for women in the military. She said that she had to fight tooth and nail to get to where she was. I imagined her as a literal warrior.
The island of Guam, a U.S. territory, started a National Guard in the early 1980s. Florlyn Gomez's grandmother, Evelyn, was one of the first women to sign up. She retired about 20 years later as a lieutenant colonel.
Just her being a woman in the workforce, taking initiative, and fighting for what she wants to pursue, that has carried over into my work ethic as well. And especially when I see young women in the military and they come into the office and they are here to focus on themselves, their self-improvement, they're here pursuing an education. Absolutely, I feel proud. I get a deep sense of fulfillment. So sometimes whenever I'm facing, a little bit of trials and tribulations in my own life, I'm taken back to that childhood essence of imagining her kind of literally paving the way for me.
Since World War II, generations of Americans have served our country. Some have ties back to UMGC. We celebrate them today and remain inspired and humbled by their lives of service to our nation.
What an extraordinary tribute to the resilience, dedication, and achievements of our students, faculty, staff, and veterans across the globe. Their stories inspire us to reach higher and serve with purpose. And now, we'd like to share a special message from General Vic Macias, the Senior Vice President of Global Military Operations at UMGC, where he leads a worldwide team serving active duty service members, veterans, and their families. He oversees operations at more than 175 UMGC locations across the U.S. and in over 20 countries. His distinguished career includes leadership roles in both the Air Force and Navy, with expertise in cyber strategy, national security, and global partnerships.
Today we pause to honor the brave men and women who have served in our armed forces. On this Veterans Day, we come together in remembrance, in gratitude, and in pride. Veterans Day is a powerful reminder that freedom is paid for with incredible sacrifice. Since the founding of our country, over 41 million Americans have worn the uniform of the U.S. military. More than 1.3 million have made the ultimate sacrifice. Over 1.5 million have returned home bearing visible and invisible wounds. These numbers are staggering, but they don't fully capture the heart of a veteran. They don't speak to the lonely nights on deployment, the split-second decisions in combat, the years of discipline and duty, or the quiet transition back to civilian life. To our veterans, we are forever in gratitude for your service. You have worn the cloth of our nation, and you continue to serve in our communities, in our classrooms, and in the way you lead by example. To our military families, you too serve. Over 600,000 military spouses and nearly 1 million military children carry the quiet burdens of duty. Long separations, constant moves, and endless resilience. We thank you as well for your selfless service to our nation's freedom. Let us commit, not just today, but every day, to support our veterans with more than just words. Let us listen to their stories, learn from their experiences, and ensure they always have a place of honor in our hearts and in our community. Veterans, thank you for your service. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for inspiring us all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Vic. And now it is my honor to introduce our keynote speaker. Colonel Michael Black is the Vice President for Defense at AFCEA. He is responsible for building strong professional relationships with government, industry, and academia partners to further position AFCEA International as a leader in the cyber, defense, security, intelligence, and related information technology disciplines. He spent 26 years in the U.S. Air Force, holding various communications and leadership positions at many levels, and culminated his distinguished military career as a colonel and commander, White House Communications Agency, leading a 1,200-person team. He holds multiple advanced degrees in strategy, management, and military arts. We are so honored that he has joined us today to offer remarks in honor of veterans. President Fowler and Colonel Black, would you please join me at the podium? Colonel Black, as a token of our admiration and gratitude for your advocacy on behalf of veterans and your support of education and the opportunities it brings, we are pleased to continue a practice rooted in military tradition and present you with the official University of Maryland Global Campus Challenge coin. We hope that it will find a place of honor in your home or office, and that it will serve to remind you always of the time you have shared with us today, and of the impact of your service on lives and communities here in Maryland. Thank you, and now we invite Colonel Black to deliver the keynote address.
All right, so good morning. Before I get started with the remarks, I just want to say a couple of things. So in the military, we give out preparatory commands. So my good morning was a preparatory command, and I need you to respond with a loud and thunderous reply of good morning. So good morning. You guys all passed. Sometimes in the military, we have to do a redo if you don't, but you guys didn't have to do a redo. I do want to thank Dr. Fowler and your team, sir, for inviting me, Dr. Bruce, for being here. I'm honored to be your keynote speaker for today for the 2025 UMGC Veterans Day event. And I know that some of you are probably wondering, why or who is this guy, Mike Black, and why is he here at our university to speak at this Veterans Day event? Why him? Is he somebody special? Is he important? Well, I know that Dr. Bruce and his team were tasked with putting this program together. And they wanted to impress the Global Campus family and leadership, and really wanted this event to be a success. And plus, I've known Dr. Bruce for a number of years, as well as being an Academy graduate with him, and also being a member of the most amazing fraternity out there, the Omega Psi Phi, purple and gold. And he does everything with first class. And so when they were seeking who their speaker was going to be, they wanted to get a stately person, somebody who was widely known in the DMV circles, and that would be able to personally relate with the university team. And so they sent out an official request to that person's handler. But unfortunately, that person had a conflict, and that person wasn't going to be available. They were out of town on a special mission for the president that couldn't be changed. And so not wanting to disappoint the university team or you guys, Dr. Bruce reached out to his second choice, a well-known cyber expert, IT savvy aficionado, somebody who is current in LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, with tons of friends and followers. And again, somebody that could relate to you guys, the university team here. And wouldn't you know it, that person was busy. They had a conflict. And that person was gonna go speak with the Washington Commanders and the San Antonio Spurs at their veterans event. So, I mean, Dr. Bruce was at his wit's end and really wanted to impress you guys for this and wanted this event to be a success. And so this time, he reached out to this well-known, handsome, athletically fit, political savvy, debonair, that looked good in a blue Ralph Lauren suit, tan Cole Haan shoes, a white Brooks Brothers shirt, a designer tie that could easily navigate academia, military, government, and industry in Washington, D.C., and that would definitely be able to relate to you out here. I didn't have the heart to turn him down 3 times. Okay, on a serious note, Dr. Bruce, my royal purple and old gold frat brother and fellow long blue line academy graduate and very good friend who I work with on a regular basis, and also been contributing as an author to his Bass Go Boom Volume 2, but he's got 3 volumes, so he's an author out there, and I've contributed to that. He reached out to me back in July, and I immediately said yes, and that I would be honored to be here at the University of Maryland Global Campus for your Veterans Day event. And service to nation, service to our nation, your theme. It's something that I can literally relate to, for my entire life. A celebration to honor American veterans for their patriotism, their love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. This day is special to me because between me and my father, Colonel retired Clinton J. Black, who graduated from the historic Tuskegee Institute, my wife, oh, yes, sir, thank you. My wife, Wilda Renee Black, who was a captain in the Air Force and served as a nurse, and my son, Captain Clinton Michael Black, who is a guardian in the Space Force. We have a combined 79 years and counting of service to our nation. Thank you. What I'd like to talk to you about for a few minutes today is what I would theme as, what do you get when you hire a vet? And I'm going to use the acrostic method to teach you the answer to that question. And so for some of those that may not be familiar with the acrostic method, it uses the first letter of each word in a sentence or letters of an acronym to help us remember things. And I use this process throughout my time at the Air Force Academy and all of my master's degree programs, as well as throughout my military career, into my civilian career. To remember things is important. And you know, in the military, we use a lot of acronyms, so it's not gonna be any different. So I grew up playing sports, a lot of sports, and played competitively throughout my military career. And whether it was basketball, baseball, softball, football, much of the participation involved a team sport, where you get a group of people together to achieve a common objective. So let's take a closer look at football, which is one of my favorite sports. And one of the keys to success in football is the special teams. Special teams is a foot stomper for me. When the teacher foot stomps something, it's on the test, okay? It's very important. You're likely to see it again. So I'm foot stomping special teams. It's what I want you to remember from this. It's something that will be on the test at the end of my remarks. Okay? So when you answer that question that I posed, what do you get when you hire a vet? I want you to think of those two words, special teams, and think about it for a minute. Now, some people in football will say that special teams are the most important component of a football team because they determine field position, set the tempo, they're involved in changing the momentum, and often are in a position to actually determine the outcome of the game. And it's for these reasons that some teams, like you think about the Seattle Seahawks back in the day, they put some of their starters, some of their best players, like all-pro defensive stars, Richard Sherman, or Cam Chancellor, or Earl Thomas. They actually put those folks on the special teams. Additionally, some of the legendary coaches in NFL, cut their teeth as special teams coach, like former New England coach Bill Belichick, as well as former coaches like Mike Ditka of the Bears, Bill Cowher, Steelers, Dick Vermeil of the Eagles and Rams, all who actually won Super Bowls as head coaches. So from that acrostic standpoint, let's examine the letters that make up special teams to characterize. So what do you get when you hire a vet? Let's start with the first letter, S. The first thing you get is a selfless person, or somebody that embodies service before self, which is like part of the core values of the Air Force. And selfless service is an Army core value as well. All the services have similar core values, and this value simply means that the person puts their duty and their responsibility, their task at hand, at the top, first and forehand. The second letter in special teams is P. P stands for personal courage. Now with vets, you're gonna get somebody that has personal courage. Now personal courage is one of the 7 Army values, whereby an individual can face fear, danger, and adversity, or physical morale. The third letter is E. E stands for ethical. Ethical is synonymous with integrity, and integrity is one of the core values of the Air Force and the Army, and a synonym of honor, which is a core value of the Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard. All these vets are individuals of the highest integrity. They're honorable, and they conduct themselves in the highest ethical manner. Now, the fourth letter is C. C stands for cool, calm, and collected. In the social media terms, hashtag 300, which translates into CCC, or Roman numerals, CCC, vets are composed, even-tempered, poised, unflappable, definitely the kind of people that you want on your team. Now the fifth letter in special teams is I. I stands for innovation. Now when I think of innovation, one of the first things that comes to my mind is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, they believe that innovation is something new that creates value and supports a company's ambition. And yet simply worded, to refresh the world, inspire moments of optimism and happiness, and create value, and really make a difference. Those innovations, in whatever form, create economic value, build equity in the brands, and these are all things that Coca-Cola has said. And so similarly for vets, innovation creates the value here, like at the University of Maryland Global Campus. It builds equity in the university brand and shapes really the outstanding reputation that UMGC has. The sixth letter in special teams is A. A stands for accountable. Someone who is accountable is obligated and really willing to take the responsibility for his or her actions. And with a vet, you're gonna get someone who is accountable for their actions. The seventh letter is in special teams is L. L stands for leadership. I like to use several quotes when I talk about leadership and define leaders or leadership. Warren Bennis, renowned authority on organizational behavior and leadership, he once said, leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Managers do things right. Leaders do the right thing. My other quotes about leaders is from General Creech, who's known as the father of Tactical Air Command, which today we call Air Combat Command. He distinguishes between leaders and managers, and it's near and dear to my heart because I commanded twice in Air Combat Command. General Creech said that leaders provide a vision, managers carry it out. Leaders make it better, managers make it run. Leaders make it happen, managers hope that it happens. Leaders create more leaders, and managers create more managers. Vets are definitely leaders and exhibit all of these qualities of leadership that both Warren Bennis and General Creech described in their quotes. The 8th letter in special teams is T, and that stands for teammate. Now, teammates are somebody who's going to be with you through thick and thin, and they are there to help you achieve that common objective that I talk about with football teams. Now, in the military, we're taught early on about the concept of a wingman, a battle buddy, or a shipmate. A wingman protects your six, okay? A battle buddy assists his or her partner both in and out of combat. A shipmate often as an expression of camaraderie in the Navy. So with vets, you're gonna get someone who is a valuable teammate, a wingman, a battle buddy, or a shipmate. The 9th letter in special teams is E. E simply stands for excellence. Vets embody excellence in all that they do. Now, similar to the Air Force core value. This includes product service excellence. It includes personal excellence. It includes community excellence, resource excellence, and operations excellence. The 10th letter is A. A stands for aptitude. Aptitude is the natural or innate acquired capacity, usually measured to do or learn something. Vets today possess a high level of intellect and the ability to quickly learn, and otherwise known as aptitude. The 11th letter in special teams is M, and M simply stands for motivated. There's no question that vets are continually interested, inspired, and committed to a job or role, responsibility, and they are someone who is motivated. The final letter in special teams is S, and that stands for skillful. A skillful person is someone who is an expert, accomplished, master, virtuoso, consummate, proficient, talented, gifted, adept, adroit, deft, dexterous, able, good, competent, capable, brilliant, and handy. And with a vet, you're gonna get somebody who is skillful. So each of these vets at UMGC, the alumni, folks that are here now, they're all special teamers that determine the field position, the tempo, and provide that game-changing momentum, and are often in a position to determine the outcome of a game. They possess those special team characteristics or qualities of selfless, personal courage, ethical, cool, calm, and collected, accountable, leader, teammate, excellence, aptitude, motivated, and skillful. Now, having served in directly supporting the executive office of the president, one of my favorite quotes about veterans is from our 44th president, President Obama, where he said, and I quote, "It's about how we treat our veterans every single day of the year. It's about making sure that they have the care that they need and that and the benefits that they have earned. It's about serving all of you as well as you have served the United States of America," end quote. So family members of veterans should also be thanked for their support, and I know we recognize family members here. Friends and comrades of veterans should be thanked for their friendship and their camaraderie. And finally, a nation as a whole should be thanked for their continued support of veterans. I want to thank you again for the opportunity to be here for your Veterans Day program here at UMGC. As we celebrate and highlight soldiers, sailors, airmen, Coast Guardmen, guardians. I want to say God bless the vets and UMGC, and God bless the United States of America. So thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Black, for your service and efforts on behalf of veterans, for your inspiring remarks, and for joining us here today. The room we are in is dedicated to General John W. Vesey, Jr., who graduated from UMGC in 1963 and served as the first chair of our university's Board of Visitors. He rose from the ranks of an enlisted soldier to become the 10th chairman of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff. He was passionate about both service to country and the value of education. Each year, we grant an award in his honor. The General John W. Vesey Student Veteran of the Year Award recognizes a student veteran who has excelled in their military career and in achieving their academic goals. This year's honoree was selected from a highly competitive pool of applicants and exemplifies the values we celebrate today: integrity, perseverance, and an unwavering commitment to service. Despite being born with a rare eye condition that nearly prevented his enlistment, he fought for a medical waiver and went on to serve with distinction as a combat medic in multiple global missions, including deployments to Somalia and Niger. He has trained thousands of paratroopers as a qualified jump master, developed battlefield medical programs adopted by Allied forces, and continues to mentor others as an instructor and faculty development leader. At UMGC, he maintains a 4.0 GPA while pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Health Services Management and is an active member of multiple honor societies and professional organizations. His story is one of resilience, excellence, and leadership, both in uniform and in the classroom. I'm delighted to present this year's General John W. Vesey Jr. Student Veteran of the Year Award to U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Sean Paris. On behalf of all of us at UMGC, congratulations on earning this award. This is a testament to your service and your achievement. The floor is now yours.
Good morning, distinguished guests, university leadership, faculty, staff from the Veterans Initiative Office, fellow service members, students, families, and friends from around the world. Happy Veterans Day to everyone. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge and honor the veterans who are no longer with us. They may be gone, but they will never be forgotten. Their sacrifices continue to be the foundation upon which we stand today. It is an incredible honor to be recognized as the recipient of the General John W. Vesey Jr. Student Veteran of the Year Award, and I am deeply humbled to accept it. I may be the 9th recipient of this award, but I'm the first recipient from the United States Army, which means more to me than words could ever express. This award is not a recognition of one individual. It represents the tireless service of an incredible support team. I would like to thank my wife, Julia, for supporting me through my academic career and enabling me to perform to the best of my abilities. I would like to thank my military education coordinator, Ms. Hannah Chapman, who has been an invaluable advisor, putting up with my never-ending questions and office calls. I would also like to thank the Veterans Initiative Office, particularly Nathan, for providing amazing support and continued flexibility to bring me here today. Today, as we reflect on the theme of service to our nation, I want to focus on two enduring truths. First, service is proven through adversity, when our character is tested and our commitment is revealed. Second, true service is not only found in moments of crisis, but in the daily responsibility to improve our foxhole and to strengthen our organizations, our communities, and ourselves so that we may leave this world better than we found it. Adversity is not a barrier to service. It is often the very stage where we make service visible. Veterans understand this well. We were not shaped in times of comfort, but in moments of challenge, moments when the outcome was uncertain and the cost was real. I faced adversity before I ever raised my right hand to join the Army. I was born with a rare eye condition that would come as a roadblock to service. I required a medical waiver and faced the possibility that my desire to serve might end before it ever began. But adversity does not dictate our fate. Our response to adversity does. That experience strengthened my resolve to serve, and it shaped who I became as a soldier, as a combat medic, as a paratrooper, and as a leader. During preparations for a contingency deployment, I witnessed firsthand what service through adversity looks like. Our paratroopers were preparing to go to the unknown. We did not know where we were going, how long we would be there, or when we would leave, and anxiety was at an all-time high. My role was not only to ensure the medical readiness of the paratroopers around me, it was to ensure emotional readiness, to reassure, to train, and to stand beside my fellow paratroopers with calm and with purpose. In these moments, I saw clearly that adversity is not simply endured. It is met with action, it is met with leadership, and it is met with selfless service. But adversity is not confined to the battlefield. Our nation faces adversity in many forms today, in healthcare, in mental health, and in the rising need for compassionate leadership. Students overcoming hardships to complete their degree, healthcare professionals working under immense pressure and staffing shortages, families facing economic uncertainties. These challenges require the same qualities that we value in our military service: resilience, courage, and a willingness to serve others. The second truth that I want to highlight is this: service is not only about answering the call during crisis. It is also about improving our foxholes every day. In the military, improving your foxhole means making your position stronger, safer, and better for those who will follow. It is an expression of responsibility, of foresight, diligence, and care for others. General John W. Vesey Jr., whose name this award carries, began his career as a private and rose to the highest level of military leadership. But what makes his legacy so powerful is not the rank that he achieved, it is the lasting impact he has made on every institution in which he served. General Vesey once said, "Never be inhibited by the inability to improve things." The statement reflects the heart of service. Service means seeking improvement even when it is difficult. It means refusing to accept complacency. It means believing that our work is never finished, because there's always someone who will come after us who is deserving of something better. As a combat medic, improving my foxhole meant investing in training and ensuring every paratrooper and soldier was prepared for what might come next. As an instructor and healthcare professional, improving my foxhole now means advancing education, supporting students and peers, and strengthening the systems that care for veterans and their families. Service is not a single act, it is a continuous commitment to progress. Continuing education is one of the most powerful ways we can serve our nation. Education is not a pause in service, it is actually a continuation of it. It allows us to gain the knowledge, skills, and perspective needed to solve complex problems and to lead in times of uncertainty. I chose to pursue health services management because I've seen firsthand the challenges that soldiers and veterans face when accessing care. I'm not in the classroom to learn for myself alone. I'm in the classroom preparing to build something better for others and for those who will come after me. Education is a commitment to future service. It is a declaration that we will not only respond to adversity, but that we will prepare for it, improve upon it, and work every day to prevent it. Through education, we strengthen our ability to improve our institutions, uplift our communities, and contribute to the continuous improvement of our nation. In closing, to my fellow veterans here, family, mentors, and friends who are around the world watching, and who have guided me and supported me, thank you for your example of service. To those who serve quietly, without recognition, yet continue to improve their foxholes day by day, this award truly belongs to you. To every student, service member, and leader in this room, I would like to leave you with one final thought. Service to our nation is not a single act in a moment of crisis. It is a lifetime of rising through adversity and a daily commitment to make our environment stronger for those who will come after us. That is how we honor our nation, and that is how we truly serve. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Sergeant Paris. This award is made possible through a generous gift from one of the university's first female graduates, retired United States Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Donna Hildebrand. Ms. Hildebrand's generosity also supports another important university initiative, the UMGC National Military Family Association Scholarship Program, which awards up to 10 grants each year to the spouses of active duty service members, reservists, or members of the National Guard. Another amazing program, the Pillars of Strength Scholarship, founded by UMGC alumnus and Navy veteran Richard F. Blewett, provides full scholarships covering all costs of a UMGC degree to the caregivers of service members or veterans who are wounded, injured, or become seriously ill in the line of duty. These caregivers of service members are often unsung heroes, family members or friends who put their lives and careers on hold to care for friends or loved ones. If you know of a spouse or other caregiver to one of our nation's heroes, please encourage them to learn more about these unique scholarship opportunities and to apply. Finally, there is one additional scholarship available to our military and veterans. It is the Veterans Assistance Fund, a persistence and completion scholarship that provides needed assistance for those whose VA educational benefits have been exhausted or expired. To make a donation, please use the QR code on the bottom of your program or here on the screens. Before we conclude today's program, I ask you all to join me in reflecting on how you commemorate Veterans Day. If you know someone who served, reach out and thank them. Give them a call, send them an email or postcard, or make a donation to an organization in their name. Even better, take time to hear their story. I'll leave you with this quote from Mahatma Gandhi. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. My friends, here in the room and watching online, please please don't let the day end without expressing your appreciation and honoring our military veterans for their dedication, sacrifice, and commitment to service. As we conclude our Veterans Day ceremony, we invite everyone to stand as we honor our servicemen and women with a rousing rendition of the Armed Services Medley. Please stand at this time. That was great. Thank you so much to the Prelude Brass Quintet. And I thank you all for participating in our Veterans Day ceremony. An event such as this requires the hard work of an entire team of professionals behind the scenes. On behalf of all we honor here today, we thank you for organizing and hosting this event. And to veterans in our audience and watching online, For your service, commitment, and sacrifice, we thank you. Happy Veterans Day.